The Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry already has a 115-year-long history. This period spans over 3 centuries and has overcome the rises and falls in our country's history, but nonetheless has sustained a permanent goal: to assist entrepreneurship development in Bulgaria, a country on whose ancient territories, since old times, crafts and commercial spirit have been developing. Craftsmen and traders inhabited these lands as early as 5,000 years BC. Proof of this is the discovered Varna golden treasure, the earliest processed gold in Europe. Some of the first laws, regulations and rules in the field of trade and commerce were born in medieval Bulgaria. King Ivan Alexander II issued his Charter of Dubrovnik as early as in the year 1230. This was one of the first trade licenses in the region. Artisans' associations were formed, among the first in Europe. All these are evidence of the innovative drive and entrepreneurial spirit that have been flourishing here for centuries. In 1895, at the recommendation of Ivan Evstatiev Geshov, a great Bulgarian with valuable accomplishments for the Bulgarian economy, the law on the Chambers of Commerce and Industry was adopted. It marks the inception of 4 economic institutions in the country, in Sofia, Plovdiv, Rusay and Varna, when the convened General Assemblies founded them on the same date and at the same hour. These novel institutions succeeded in combining public and private interests, a fact that turns them into socially significant, original economic parliaments. The free entrepreneurial spirit of the Bulgarians, both prior to and after the liberation, lies at the foundations of the establishment of the Chambers of Commerce and Industry in Bulgaria. The establishment of 2 more chambers followed soon, in Burgas and Dobrich. Today they number 28 and cover each district. The arbitration court and the specialized commercial courts play an important role in the regulation of commercial relationships in European and world business practice. That is why, as early as during the 2nd year of its establishment, 1897, a reconciliation court was established, as thus the beginning of the arbitration court was marked. After 1944, radical political, economic and social changes took place in Bulgaria, with an impact on the activities of institutions, organizations, unions, associations, etc. These ceased working, as in 1948 their property was nationalized with the enactment of the Law for the People's Economic Plan. The state priorities for economic restructuring and speeded up development and integration within the framework of Comecon, Council for Mutual Economic Assistance, necessitated the restoration of the Chamber of Commerce, which has proven its merits for the development of the country's economy. That is why, in 1952, the Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce, renamed later as the Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, was re-established as the Chamber's successor. The Chamber's activity during the period 1952 to 1989 was concentrated in almost the same standard forms of institutional activity: assistance to industrial and business structures and foreign trade development. The Chamber is the bridge over which numerous international rules and standards included in a series of issues and publications of the BCCI reach the business community. The paper version of the register that the Chamber used to keep was also restored in 1981. In 1988, thanks to the Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, a law was enacted along the model of the law for UNCITRAL for international arbitration. Bulgaria was among the first countries in the world to adopt such a law. The buildings of the Central Chamber of Commerce and Industry are characteristic with their typical architecture and style. The head office has occupied several different buildings throughout the years. Every day now, between 150 and 200 visitors enter the BCCI building. BCCI is a modern organization with an ISO 9001-2000 certificate. As early as in 1990, BCCI was the first organization in Bulgaria to introduce an electronic trade register based upon the experience and with the assistance of the Netherlands. The register is continuously improved and at present satisfies the most up-to-date requirements and offers public information for the business that is easily accessible via internet. The Unified Voluntary Trade Register provides information on more than 52,000 legal entities. Our 32 operators in the central and the regional chambers of commerce and industry all over the country update it daily. It is also accessible in the English language. On the basis of the register, BCCI annually issues and certifies more than 25,000 foreign trade documents in Bulgarian and in foreign languages. For more than 20 years now, BCCI has been keeping the register of the trade representations of foreign entities. Since 1967, BCCI has been the only organisation to issue and guarantee ATA carnets in compliance with the International Convention ATA. Thus, every year, the duty-free movement of goods amounting to more than 5 million levs through more than 60 countries is ensured. Dozens of companies are relieved from non-performance liabilities or penalties for delayed execution of trade contracts, thanks to the force majeure certificates that we issue. Thanks to its consultancy office and the provision of translation services, BCCI ensures the complex servicing of its members. At present, they number more than 41,000. The Chamber Library keeps more than 8,000 volumes of literature on international and Bulgarian commercial law and economics, as well as a vast choice of catalogues of world exporters and importers, more than 400. BCCI publishes a monthly bulletin, Info Business and Catalogue of Exporters. A founder of numerous international structures in the field of economy, for a short period BCCI has fully restored its membership in all international organisations of chambers of commerce with private legal statute. BCCI became an associated member of Eurochambers a few months ahead of the commencement of the pre-accession negotiations for EU membership. BCCI is a member of many internationally recognised organisations. As a result thereof, BCCI members have access to 46 European national chambers, 2,000 regional and local chambers with more than 19 million enterprises in Europe, 326 World Trade Centres in 26 countries, and 10 chambers of commerce and industry within the framework of the Association of Balkan Chambers, ABC. Outside Europe, BCCI has signed altogether 120 cooperation agreements with chambers all over the world. BCCI initiates the establishment of commercial chambers and clubs, assisting the development of multilateral and bilateral partnership relationships. Many of these at present are powerful and respected organisations. Thanks to its contacts, BCCI has widely opened the doors for foreign trade to thousands of companies, taking part in delegations both abroad and in Bulgaria. BCCI organises fairs and exhibitions in many leading branches of the economy, such as the exhibitions Bulgar Medicine, Furniture, Expo Music, Made in Bulgaria, etc. BCCI is still the biggest publisher of the most comprehensive calendar of exhibitions and fairs in Bulgaria. In 2007, BCCI proved that it is the biggest employers' organisation in Bulgaria, with more members and more employees in them than the other 5 recognised employers' organisations together. The Chamber unites companies which form nearly half of the company's GDP, and is working in close cooperation with 98 branch organisations. For 11 years in a row, it has elaborated the ranking of the leading companies in the Bulgarian economy, Top 100, the most objective in the country, based on official accounting data. For 11 consecutive years, it has been participating in the Eurochamber's research Business Climate in the EU. BCCI participates in the establishment and the work of government public bodies. Over the past 20 years, BCCI has re-established and developed a unified network of 28 regional chambers of commerce and industry, thanks to which it has ensured equal opportunities for the companies throughout the country. The past few years, BCCI has accentuated on the development of NGOs in various sectors of the economy by initiating and creating the Council of Branch Organisations. Some of the major economic accomplishments in support of entrepreneurship are as follows. Decreasing corporate tax rate. 1989, 50%. 1996, 36%. 2006, 10%. Introduction of patent tax, 1996. Tax decrease to 10% under the law for taxation of physical persons and legal entities, flat tax rate. Decrease of social insurance tax for 1997, 35%, for 2000, 33.6%, for 2010, 28.6%. Among the BCCI's activities is the organising of training events, workshops and seminars. Many of the training events are targeted at future managers, legal experts including young arbiters, and taking care of the introduction of fresh ideas in the companies and the non-governmental organisations. The Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry is a host of Enterprise Europe Network, EEN, ensuring for the Bulgarian enterprises simplified access to EU legislation with the objective of raising their competitiveness and innovation capacity. BCCI assists the European integration of the Bulgarian companies by providing information on European projects as well as consultations, thanks to which it facilitates the efficient utilisation of European funds. BCCI has developed procedures and rules for alternative resolution of disputes, reconciliation and mediation. Since 1988, the Chamber has been the only Bulgarian representative at the international organisation GS1. This enables companies to implement and maintain the up-to-date standards in the flow of goods, warehouse and inventory control, transport, product traceability and logistics. BCCI also publishes a catalogue of exporters, comprising more than 6,000 companies, manufacturers and exporters of Bulgarian goods. Every year, the Chamber awards prizes to companies that have shown good financial results, media, branch organisations, ambassadors and commercial attachés for their contribution in attainment of the Chamber's goals and objectives. BCCI is the first Bulgarian organisation laureate in the category Government and Non-Government Organisations of the American competition Computer World Honours Programme 2006, whose jury is made up of the managers of the top 100 IT companies in the world. Why is it an advantage to be a BCCI member? BCCI represents the interests of business in the country. Through us, you can find trade partners. We organise delegations and international meetings, register active and ambitious companies, and facilitate foreign investors. Besides, the Chamber performs GS1 standardisation. We have compiled and keep a trade register and issue reliable official certificates on the standings of the acting companies in Bulgaria. We investigate the partners of our companies abroad, in any country, etc. Everything that BCCI is doing has one essential leading goal: to serve business. We have been doing this for 115 years now. We are doing this at present. We will continue to do it in the future as well.